Heroes. This is George Almeida, by the way, my Cape Verdean guitarist. Please. Primeiro Patrício Lumumba. E agora eu vou, amiga cantar. Primeiro Patrício Lumumba, o homem cru mais for, mais tarde Che Guevara. E agora eu vou, amiga cantar. Mais tarde, Che Guevara. E agora é boa, amiga. This is George Almeida, by the way, my Cape Verdean guitarist. Please. Primeiro Patrício Lumumba. E agora eu vou, amiga cantar. Primeiro Patrício Lumumba, o homem cru mais for, mais tarde Che Guevara. E agora eu vou, amiga cantar.
has to be one of the happiest moments of our time. Sharing the company of a unique guest, a towering statesman who is not just a shining leader of his people, but a great symbol of Africa's cultural authenticity. His Majesty King Mswati III, head of state and king of Eswati Kingdom, is on a state visit to Ghana at the invitation of the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And we have to thank His Excellency the President for giving us the rare privilege of hosting this heroic visitor. It has allowed us the opportunity to borrow from the famous saying from the past to retaliate for the exceptional hospitality once accorded us by His Majesty in His Majestic Kingdom. In 2015, His Majesty invited us to be his guest of honor at the nation's famous Reed Festival. His Majesty and the entire nation gave our royal delegation a most memorable time over the 5 days of our visit. We hope Your Majesty and your delegation have not been disappointed with what they have seen in the past 4 days and they've been with us. For us, it's been truly awesome to observe the unmistakable feeling that this has been a journey from home to home and a reaffirmation of unbroken brotherhood between our two people. Your Majesty, we are walking in the light of history. We are not only walking in this light, but we are the agents of history. We represent the glories of our past, but we are also the heralds of its future. The Asante Kingdom in the forest regions of West Africa and the Eswati Kingdom in the southern belt are two of the mighty African kingdoms that have subsisted through all the tortuous contours of our continent's history. In the age of the European imperial domination of the continent, we both came under the control of our colonial power. Although the eventual colonial exit left our two kingdoms in different circumstances, it did not diminish the reality of our cultural and traditional authority, nor destroy the bonds of brotherhood between us. So this exchange of visits must have greater meaning and purpose beyond the fun and excitement of brothers and sisters reconnecting. Your Majesty, the timing of your state visit could not have been more significant. You have come at a time of unprecedented global tension, creating a state of uncertainty never experienced in history. In this uncertain world, the fate of Africa has been even more precarious. Whatever the eventual outcome of the new geopolitical contest at play, the outlook for Africa cannot be bright. The one thing we can be certain about is that Africa cannot proceed the way she has done over the past half-century of our post-colonial existence. So by your visit, destiny has brought us together. Ghana, the standard bearer of African liberation, and Eswatini, symbol of African monarchical rule, to work together, think together, and to explore how Africa faces the challenge of turning this moment into an opportunity to carve new pathway to a greater future. The challenge is great, but the opportunity is greater. It is only in the middle of the last century that Africa confronted the challenges of breaking free from the yoke of colonialism. That challenge was successfully accomplished barely 6 decades ago. But political independence has not delivered the prosperity our people deserve, and we've been kept on the margins of society. The circumstances of the moment present us with the challenge of launching a new struggle as momentous as a struggle for political independence. It is a struggle to give meaning to our political independence by breaking free from the yoke of poverty and ignorance and lifting our beloved continent onto a new pedestal of prosperity and happiness for our people. It is not a struggle for the rhetorics of the past and not a struggle for the ideologues. It is a struggle that can only be won in the farmlands of the continent, in the industrial factories of every state, in our waterways and minefields. It is only by our success in managing the natural resources gifted to us by our Creator that we can earn for ourselves a justifiable place at the table where the true fate of society is determined.
Zoom.
For let there be no doubt in our minds that the age of ideology is dead, and we need to put behind us the era of whining and moral outrage over our past. The new world on the horizon is a world in which power flows out of the vault of the banks and out of the factory gate. There's no room at the inn for the unproductive. We may still hold on to the belief that all men are created equal, but in the world on the horizon, all nations are not equal. Equality is now a function of the balance sheet. National sovereignty is subsumed by the power of the economy. So either we begin to focus and build our own heaven, or we perish in our own hell. To build our own heaven, we must be determined. To build our own heaven, we must not to play second fiddle anymore, but dare to build our economies which will be able to compete on equal terms with the countries of Europe, Asia, and the Americas. This is no delusion. We can, if we are.
Zoom.
There's no landmass on planet Earth richer in the resources of nature than Africa. We have had an accumulation of human resources with the requisite dedication to manage any constructive economic ventures. And we are available to choose from models of development that have worked in countries, in other continents, and in circumstances not different from our own. What we need is to liberate ourselves from the burden of trying to cast ourselves in an image satisfactory to the outside, so we can feel free to manage our affairs in a manner that delivered what our people need. It calls for a sober review of the system of governance in many countries of Africa, to flush out the sources of unnecessary conflict and improve the prospects for consensus building and national cohesion.
Zoom.
There is no reason why Africa cannot find means to use the authority of its traditional leaders as catalysts for economic development on the same scale as the Middle East.
Zoom.
Your Majesty, in the challenging times ahead, Africa needs a climate of peace and a spirit of brotherly understanding among our people. For this reason, we should send an ardent appeal to all combatants in conflicts across the continent to be ready to lay down their arms and allow for peaceful dialogue.
Zoom.
We appeal for an end to the conflicts in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Somalia, Sudan, Chad. We appeal for an end to all hostile activities in Africa, and we call for wise heads to prevail to facilitate the restoration of unity within the ECOWAS sub-region. It should be clear to all combatants that there is no path to victory through violence, and that the persistence of violence only undermines the future destiny of our continent.
Zoom.
Your Majesty, the Kingdom of Eswatini, under your wise leadership, and the Republic of Ghana, under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, now have a duty of forging a new vision for the new Africa that we speak about.
Zoom.
We look to you working together to set in trail a new economic order based on the effective utilization of our natural resources to herald industrialization on a scale to match the continents of Asia and Europe.
Zoom.
We want to see an agricultural revolution that will turn our virgin lands into the grannies of the new world and put to rest the image of the basket case that has been Africa's cruel burden.
Zoom.
And we want to see our countries embrace the age of science and technology, including the miracle of artificial intelligence, as the drivers of development. The people of Africa has every reason to be confident that with leaders like Your Majesty and our President at the helm, we can face the challenge of the moment with courage and emerge with triumph.
Zoom.
So with great pride in our enduring brotherhood, and with confidence in the herald of a new age, I invite you to join me in drinking to the continued good health of His Majesty King Mswati III, to the prosperity of the people of the Kingdom of Eswatini, and to the enduring brotherhood of the Kingdom of Asante and Eswatini.
Zoom.
That's the glass. Majesty, to your health.
And even generations unborn will come and testify that there was a voice and it belonged to the celebrated Paulina Otumfuo. Please, he's yours for the applause.